All right. Hello, 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 everybody. It's Christy and Michael Myers with Junk Journal Boss. And today we are going to make something. Hi, Ezra. So, I have been playing around with this idea of creating a junk journal to hold all of the keepsakes that Todd's mom gives to him. And recently she just gave him this whole package of stuff, or a whole envelope, I should say, of stuff. And I'll show you guys what's in it. But, you know, usually this stuff just gets thrown in a drawer. And is my sound good, guys? Hey, Benji Mom. Usually all this stuff gets thrown into a keepsake drawer or whatever. And, but this time I was thinking, you know, it would kind of be neat to make actually a whole, awesome, thanks Ezra, to make a whole journal to capture all of these things that have been, you know, that would otherwise, I guess, be in a drawer. So, I'll show you guys some of these things. Let me see. Okay, let me focus and I'll try to bring these up close so you guys can see how adorable they are. I don't think this is a very, it's not a very clear photo anyways. But this is Todd at 9 months. This is Ezra's dad. This is Todd. I don't know what he's doing. This is Todd and his brother David surfing. Another of Todd surfing. Well, I guess they weren't surfing. They were just standing at the beach. But here's Todd surfing. This is Todd in his mod era. Probably like 18 or something like that. Cutting his friend Mike's hair. And here's another Todd in the mod era, 1982. And this is a really cute little card that looks like it's from Dear Todd, thank you so much for the little flashlight. I have my keys on the key ring and I'm enjoying it very much. I didn't have your citizenship award ready Friday, so I'm mailing it to you. Have a good summer. Sincerely, Mrs. Smith. Isn't that adorable? And then here's one last one of Todd, a little older, and with his friend Robert. And I believe that Robert has passed since. So, and so also has Mike. So, you know, these are like precious memories for him, you know, of his friends and stuff like that. He doesn't keep in touch with them, but I know that he still, you know, thinks of them and that kind of thing. So these are some stamps that are, I guess, some old stamps that he used to collect. This is this is a gold strike coin. I'm not sure why this is in here, but it's a $20 gaming coin. This looks like a United States. Let me take this out. This looks like a United States dollar. And I'm thinking this is like a Sacagawea dollar. So, hey, how you doing? I can't really see the screen very well, but just know that I'm saying hi and I'm saying your name because I can't see it, but I will in a little bit. The screen I have projecting to is so small. And so here's another Eisenhower dollar from 1973. And then all of these are just little coins from, a long time ago. And so these are all things that have been, that his mom sent over that I guess are his. And, otherwise I would just throw these, in some drawer. I don't even think that Todd would even give them a second look, just because he's not so much, like that. But I like sentimental things. I know that he would probably enjoy looking at them again. And so I think I want to put those into some kind of a journal. And so some of these things are definitely going to be challenging, like what do I do with this? But I'm sure that I can do pockets and stuff like that. And something similar to like a shaker tags or whatever, but with these kinds of coins in them. Hey, Michelle. I got close to the screen so I could see. Yes, these are precious memories, and I know we have a whole bunch more too. So, but these are just the ones that came out of the envelope that his mom recently sent over. And so we're gonna put something together. And so I'm not gonna make I don't think I'm gonna make a cover just yet. I think I might want to make an actual well, let me show you this. Actually, I think this would be a really great size for this. So this is my October journal, and I'll just do a quick flip through since Michael's here and all that. So I drew this, and these little guys were some little guys that I got from Etsy, and I just glued them, staggered them and glued them down there. Drew a little spider. And I haven't put anything inside of there yet. This is a drawing that I did on top of a magazine photo, though I printed it. And this is just a AI generated picture of a scary house, and I just glued that there. What I'm wanting to do is actually make something like this, if I can remember how to do it. Yes, I do remember how to do it. Okay, and so it would have things like, these pockets, or not pockets, but this giant tag, and all of these would serve as pockets, just in case, I needed to not have something out showing, you know what I mean, or if something was too big or whatever. So I won't make it exactly like this, but I do want to let you guys know that I learned to do these pages and stuff, and a lot of these elements from Tamar Perry of Tamar Perry Art. She presented in the Autumn Muse Art and Junk Journal retreat that we had a couple of weeks ago, and it was amazing. But I learned a lot of these things from her. I believe that this special fold out, all the interactive elements I learned from her, like this one. Not this. This is just a little origami thingy. No, that's okay. I don't want to do it exactly the way that Tamar did it. I don't want to, steal any thunder or anything like that. But I do want to make these, the pages, the pocket pages for sure. Because I think they're going to be strong, and they're going to be great for, they're going to be great for holding keepsakes and stuff like that. So I'll just finish giving you a little walkthrough. Tamar taught me how to make that. Hold on. Let me zoom in a little bit. And this is a shaker tag that I think would work really nice with, I think that would work really nice with, I'm sorry, you guys, I have a lot of ums today. Um, it would look really nice with those coins. So there's that. These are some pockets that I actually made. I think I made them. I don't know when I made them. Did I make them last week? I can't really remember. Thank you, Michelle. I really love it. All of these papers, too, I designed, you know, all of these. You know, some of these were just backgrounds from Canva or whatever, but anyway. And here's my sugar skull. And this one is in honor of my mom. And so it has an iris on the top. And on the back it says Memento Mori. And it says her name, Becky. And this is the tattoo that Ezra and I both got for her. And it says Memento Mori. And that just means, remember, you must die. And it's not supposed to be anything morbid, you know. It's actually, you know, a stoic thing. And it's, you know, enjoy your life now because it's not going to last forever. So that's something I wanted to remember. And so these little guys are part of my mid-century uki set. So I made these, and they're just index cards. And then these were just, I believe these were just envelope halves. And so, and then I have another one of these that I'm going to use as a pocket to hold some stuff or whatever. And then this has a whole bunch of different ephemera that I got from Creative Fabrica. And on some of these, I wrote on them, you know, to say admit one haunted house, because I thought that would be really cute. And then some of them just are nothing, you know. Some of them have like that. This one is just a simple ticket. And then I also added my a little zine style book that I started working on. And it has a similar design to this. Just kind of trying to match that. So anyway, I think that I might make a book, a big book like this. All right. And this was all made out of cardboard and designed cardstock and stuff like that. But maybe I'll make the cover next week. But today I think I want to make this. So all of these are on like a hinge. And so I'm going to make a hinge, and then I'm going to make some pockets. And I think we'll go with that today. So let's see. Oh, and this is a thing I made. I guess I probably made this last week. It was super cute. And it has all my kitty ephemera, Hello Kitties ephemera. And this one didn't fit, so that's okay. Okay, let me make sure I can remember how to do this. Okay. This closure leaves a little to be desired, but it works. Cute. All right. So what we're going to need is we're going to need, I don't know. I can't remember the size of the hinge, but I think it's going to hold 3. Let me just draw it really quick. Not on that. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I draw on the back of something. All right. So, well, let me grab one of my erasable pens. I like these better. You do too, Michael? Cool. All right, so what a hinge is, or a hinge, a hinge spine is, it's basically a square or a rectangle that goes all along the spine of your journal, and it has three parts. I'm not sure if y'all can see this, but it has three parts that are actually movable. So this is just kind of giving you an idea and giving me an idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, so both sides, this here should be 1/2 inch. This here should be 1/2 inch. And then each of these movable parts, okay, those should be 1/2 inch tall. So this is going to be 1 inch. This one will be 1 inch. And this one will be 1 inch. And then in between here, the three hinges, each one of these should be 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. But I think in this case, I might just make everything 1/2 inch and just score it a whole bunch of times at 1/2 inch intervals, because if I'm going to have a big journal and I'm going to have bulky stuff in it, I want it to be I want to be able to like sew signatures in or fit more, you know. And so I don't want these big pockets, because that's what I'm going to attach to these. I don't want those to be you know, bumping up against each other. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I've seen the journals that are like alligator mouths and stuff. I guess I kind of would rather it wasn't like that. So anyway, those are fine, but that's just me. So let's see, I've got 1/2 inch plus 1, so 1.5 plus 1/2, 2, 3. Wait a minute. 1/2, 1, 1/2, so that's 1.5 or 2, and then 3, 3.5, and then plus 1 is 4.5, 5. Okay, so let's go with that for a minute. I think what I'll do is I'll actually cut this more like 6 inches, just to make sure that I don't miss anything. So this paper that I am using is probably like a 270 GSM. Let me set this stuff down here. I don't know what that was. Oh, I see. All right, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Michael, you're going to have to sit over here. And so the height of it is going to actually be it's actually going to be 8.5. And I'm going to use this because I don't know. Oh, there it is. Yay. I found it. So I'm going to use this scoring tool, and I'm just going to start scoring at 1/2 inch. All the way across. All right. So I'm just going to start doing all the folding, and I want to use my bone folder. And so I want my first one to be here like this because it's going to get glued onto the cover. And then I'm going to do an opposite fold here and then an opposite fold here. And that makes one hinge. Oops. That makes one hinge. So you see how it moves. And so I'm going to be gluing, you know, a pocket to each of these. So this here is it's another part that's going to be glued to the spine. And then we're going to do it again. So and I'll see if I can give you like a quick and dirty sort of, you know, pattern to follow for this. And I like this to have at least 3, but yeah, I think that's all I'm going to be able to do is 3. Had I done maybe 7 inches, I probably would have been able to get 4 in there. So this paper is actually 8.5 by 6. And so I'm just going to kind of, and so what it is I don't really know how to say this. I guess it's like a forward and then a back and then a forward and then another forward and then a back and then a forward and then another forward and then a a back, I guess. No. Yeah, a back and then another forward. And that's it. So I'm going to cut this last part off because I don't need it. The last inch. So really what I needed was just an 8.5 by 5 piece to do 3 hinges. I am having some trouble. Let me just do it this way. At an inch. An accordion fold. Sort of, yeah. Sort of, but there's like wherever there is one of these parts, you know, in between the hinges, that's going to have two forward folds or something like that. So anyway, I know that's confusing. But you know what? A lot of people use this sort of thing, and it's pretty common. So if you have trouble, though, let me know, and I'll see if I can, you know, do a diagram or something like that. So each one of these, I want to add some clips because it doesn't readily want to glue together. It's a very stiff paper, but it's really super good for this type of spine. Okay, so this is what the spine ends up looking like when it's laying flat. Sorry about all the clips, but you can see it up here. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then I'm going to pick out some paper to use. I'm going to want to use cardstock for these pockets. So let's look through my cardstock. And I just brought a bunch of piles over here, and I don't think I want to use that, but this one's cool. I think I'm going to make it, you know, like a black and white journal, you know, just because I feel like that would probably be appropriate and interesting to Todd. And let's see, how about this one as well? So I'll use a couple of these. He sort of likes the distressed look, so I'll choose some distressed pieces. And they're just 8.5 by 11s. And they're just going to be folded in half, and that's it. But even though I'm just folding these in half, I'm going to go ahead and score them anyway at 5.5. Oops. Nice crisp fold. I'm turning them over because it seems like whichever side I score on is the way it wants to, you know, it wants to create a valley like that. So I'm just going to do it this way. All right. So this should be ready to go right here. And we don't have to glue it into anything, you know, to be able to put this together. So the first thing I'll do is just go ahead and start gluing these in. But you know what? I think I'm going to use double-sided tape instead because it's neater, and because I really won't be able to clip this together with this to hold it. Hey, Nicole. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this. It's double-sided tape is really, really becoming like something I really love to use. And then, so I've got it on both sides, and then I'm just going to put it on along the bottom of one side, and that's going to create a pocket. Also, I'm going to go ahead and press this down because sometimes, oops, because I didn't have any tape there. Sometimes the tape part wants to come up along with this, and it just makes it easier to peel. And so one thing that you can do is to actually, when you assemble this, if you put this or tape this to this, you might want to leave a little bit of space here, like maybe about an 1/8 inch. And that way it doesn't feel like so tight, you know, when you're turning the pages, because that's something that can happen. I probably should do it this way. Oh, that's the bottom. Don't do that. Wait a minute. What's happening here? Oh, there we go. All right. So let me fold this down, and I'm going to set it down about an 1/8 inch. This is awkward. I guess it ends up being like a 1/4 inch. That's fine. Whatever. And then I'll just close it right onto here. So now I've got my first pocket. It's a really strong pocket. And it looks good. There's a little bit of overage right here that I can just cut off if I want to. And I do. All right. Looks good. Next one, I think I might want to do something more along the lines of this, though. Perhaps adding the first tape to this right here might work a little better for me. Although, now that I'm looking at it, it's not going to allow me to give that gap there, but I'm just going to go with it. It's fine. Maybe later on when I put it in the journal, you'll be able to see what I mean about, you know, it not having a gap. But I'm going to see if I can actually do a little bit of a gap. Maybe just don't go all the way to the fold, you know. All right, so there's some sticky stuff right there. That's a bummer. You could always use, I think this is like a 3/8 inch tape. You could always use something a little bit thinner than that, like a 1/4 inch maybe. That'd be good. And then let me put one more. And this one goes on right here just fine. See what I mean? Sometimes it's stubborn to come up. So let me try this end here. All right. So let me lay it flat, sort of. Oh, this is the bottom. Okay, so that's 2. And then I think I'll go with the old standby and just do it this way. Oh, my double-sided tape is out. I guess I'm going to have to probably use some glue since that's what I've got right here. So all right, I just put a thin line. And oh, wait a minute. I don't want to do this upside down. That'd be awkward to have a pocket on the bottom. Uh-oh. The thing about this glue is that, and thankfully in this case, it's that it dries quickly. And so sometimes you miss your window for gluing it, but it looked like I did okay. So you can see that the tops of these are open. Oh, this one wants to come apart. And you know what? They're uneven because I did them at different points on each one of the hinges, and that's okay for me. If you don't want to do that, just find a point that you want. Like if you want to have, you know, an 1/8 inch here, maybe mark it on here or whatever on each one of the hinges so that you do not have things uneven. I don't ever mind uneven. It's fine for me. Okay, so now I've got my spine and I've got some pockets here. And these are going to be really good for large things. But I want to actually, maybe I'll do the pictures first. I'll focus on those. And so I've got all these pictures of Todd at various times of his life. And maybe I might want to make, you know, something similar to a waterfall type thing to put photos in. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos. I feel like I probably could put some of these together. And I'm not sure which ones though. So what I can do is to find some cardstock that I want to use. And so I think I'd like to use this one. And do you think he'll mind if it has the words to the Raven story on there? I can use that. I don't think he'll even know. So I think we'll be okay. I think we can use this. And I guess we can probably throw these ones in as well. And all of this is just regular paper. Yeah. I also have some autumn colors. And there might be something in here I can use. Oh, here's a gray. That would be good. And he's sort of a black, gray, and blue guy. So I can probably use some blue, like a dark blue if I have it, but it doesn't look like I do. That's fine. And also, I think I want to look through here a little bit and see if there's any, this is just regular paper, but see if there's anything I could use. You know, I don't really want to use anything that's not black and white. So yeah, I'm gonna pull these pages, and these would be part of probably a signature. No flowers. I like that page a lot, but I think it won't look right. Oh, this has a little flower on it too. I think I can probably just cut that there, you know. This is a cool piece of paper right here. I love using these lined pieces, you know, for actual like journaling pages. This one might work out. If I can cut all the swirlies off, that would be all right. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't want to. Well, I guess I could probably use them both. It really doesn't matter because I have been having this pad for a long time. Well, okay, I might be caving and letting some of that blue be in there. I don't know. I'm still just deciding. So I think we're out of that color scheme though right now. Let me see if there's anything else in here that might work. This might be actually kind of cute for, you know, photos of Bella. Maybe I can make a section for that. Would that be too goofy? Let's see. I love some of these. They're just so cute. Yeah, I think we got everything out of there that we could use. Okay, I'm going to set these aside actually, so I just want to make sure that I can put that away when I need to. Okay, back to the waterfall thingy. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take that under consideration. I'm probably going to need to cut this down. So each one of the pages here are 5.5 wide. So I'm probably going to want to cut this maybe at 5. And so let me grab my ruler. Sorry about my arm. And just make a couple of I'm definitely going to take a picture of that picture that you got him of Bella dressed up in clothes. That is such an awesome picture. And put it in here. Oh. I'm going to have to cut this with scissors because I really don't want to get up and go to my Carl. I really just want to do this right here on camera. And so if I have this, I can probably make it the whole length, but gosh, I hate to cover up so much. I don't know. Maybe it's just okay. So this might be something like 7.5 tall. And I'm just winging it right now, guys. So, you know, maybe don't follow my instructions just yet. So, let's see. Okay, and then I can use this for another layer, right? So let's make this one maybe I actually would really like to be able to use it this way, but I think I already started using it sideways, so I'll just go with that, whatever. So this one would be 7 tall. And all I'm doing is marking it since this is just a 6-inch thing. And then 5 wide. Oops. All right. Set that aside. And this one can be, I guess we're just doing sideways stripes right now. Six and a half. Well, no. I mean, nothing has to be, you know, any size that you don't want it. Oh, look. I guess I did do it up and down. That's so cool. It can be any size that you want. You know, the signature. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make the signature just 8.5, use 8.5 by 11 folded. So that is likely what I'm going to do there. And so that will end up being, you know, the tallest, but you won't really use the signature, or you won't really use the hinge with the signature unless you intend to sew it in, which might be okay. But even then, no, you can do it whatever size you want. Does that answer your question, Michelle? Okay, let's see how we're doing. And it looks like we need maybe one more. Wait. Oh, no, I need one here and I need one here. This one doesn't match very well. Maybe I'm going to use that somewhere else. But I could use this. And so, let me see. I need something between, 5.5 and I think this one might be 6.5. 6.5. Okay, so I need a 6. Oh yeah, you can. You know what? I've seen people do like hinges that maybe were only here and here, you know, and then they, you know, just did whatever they were going to do with it. So the hinge can be short or long. The signature can be longer than the hinge. Say if I did it this way and I wanted to put a signature this size, I would just do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you know, along here. And maybe even, and if there's a problem, if it presents a problem for like the top of the signature and the bottom, then I could do something else. But really, it's just up to you. All right, so let's see where we're at here. And it looks like I need a 1/2 inch taller than this one. So I thought I just did a 6. Oh, I guess. Okay, wait. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the one. Yeah. Okay. And now I need a 5. Okay. So which paper do I want to use? Maybe, can I use this one? Yes, I can. So this is going to be a 5x5. I'm not sure I'm going to like it, but I think it breaks up the, no, I don't like that. I wonder if I have, maybe I'll do a 5 by whatever in gray. 5 by 6. All right. Let's do this. 6. By 5. All right. Yeah, I like this better. All right, so there we go, right? So the way I'm going to do this is probably not the best way, but since I've already cut them these sizes, I am going to just layer all of them. But first what I want to do is I want to score them at a 1/2 inch on the top, each one. This might end up being a little more bulky. Let's see how I did it before. Oh. Oh, okay. So after all that measuring, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that I might just cut them all down to this size. So I'll be right back. Okay. What have I done? Okay. So, what I am going to do instead is I'm going to score these all at a 1/2 inch. Now, maybe I'll score it at 3/8 of an inch. I think that would probably serve me better. So, I guess these are 4 and 3/8 for some reason. I thought they were like something else. But anyway, that works out. So this is going to work out if I'm scoring it at 3/8, which is, if this is 4 and 3/8, I can score it at 4, which is nice and convenient. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so you can, I'm not using this as a Halloween journal, but you certainly could, you know, use some Halloween pages or whatever and make this into, you know, a Halloween type journal. So I think I will go ahead and, oh, what else I need is, I think, a 5-inch wide by maybe a 1/2 inch few pieces of interesting paper to put over the top. So let's see which one I have. 5-inch wides. No, not that. That's 5.5. I don't know. Maybe what I could do is cut this down to 5 right here, and then just cut all these at a 1/2 inch. So this will be at 4. And I'm not sure I'll use this every time, and I might want to maybe perhaps use a different color, but we're going to see what this looks like when I set it up. I'll just kind of set it up on the table. All right. And don't worry if you cut too much of anything. A lot of these things, you know, these little pieces of like strips of paper and stuff can just be used as belly bands or whatever, you know. So let me see how this is going to be laid out. So these will go across like that on each page, and rather than layering them all together, I can layer them underneath each other. That makes a lot more sense to me. And I had a little bit of waste from it, but that's okay, I think. Oops, there's like a flower petal in there. So I don't know if you can get the gist of it, but it's just kind of going to be like this. And so I think what I'll do is go ahead and start gluing these to here. I guess this one's going to be kind of the same, huh? That's fine. If I don't like it, I'll glue a different piece over it. But for now, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to decide. Guys ever get decision fatigue? I do all the time. I used to think that, so Todd gets that, and he doesn't want to decide things like what we're going to eat or anything like that. And I used to think that, I'm sure, why can't he just make a decision? And it's because of decision fatigue, you know? This is going to be upside down. I don't like that. I don't like it. Okay, I can work it out. There is a score line down there, and I don't love that, but it's okay. Just make sure you score the right side of this, if it matters, you know. And for most of these pages, it's not going to matter at all. For this one, it would just look weird. I know, huh? I know. I get decision fatigue too, and I never understood the concept of that, and I wasn't very kind about it, you know, to Todd. I would just be like mad because he couldn't make a decision, you know. And what a mean lady, huh? Oh yeah. Um, yeah, you know, that's the thing is that I mean, I used to be super controlling about everything. I'm sure you probably remember. Um, but it's so nice, you know. Hey, Kelly, welcome. Yay. Um, yeah, I used to be really controlling about everything, but lately I've been able to, you know, to just let things go, you know. There's very little that we have control over, you know. And I'm a planner also, but you can't like plan not to have any issues, you know. That's the bummer about it, you know, is that there's always going to be something surprising that happens or whatever, you know. And we I learned this saying like 5 years ago or something. Oh, I know, honey. um I learned this saying, and you're going to have to excuse my language, but it is it's hard to run the fucking world, the whole fucking world, you know. And it's true. I mean, I really did try to, you know, run everything and make sure I was going to be 100% comfortable in every situation. And it's so tiring, and it's just so, you know, gosh, it's awful, you know, to have that much responsibility. And the other thing about that is that if you control it, you have to take responsibility for anything that goes wrong, and that I hate. Don't want to do that, you know. So anyways, but yeah, that's like something that I learned a while ago, and these days I don't feel, you know, as controlling as I used to. And I think that the people around me, you know, hopefully feel that too. This is turning out good. I'm loving it. And I'm just like leaving a little, you know, little bit of space there. It just works out, you know, better that way. And so, you know, giving credit where it's due, I did learn this technique from also from Tamar. Not the whole idea of a waterfall, but just doing it this way instead of layering all the pages on top of each other, which is what I would have done, which is the direction I was actually going. So I'm thinking I'm like scooching over a little bit with each layer. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Yeah. I have a little bit of... Uh-oh. What about this? Okay. Let's see. I don't want it to be crooked, but some of these are coming out a little crooked. But that's actually looks better. It looks pretty good. And I can always go back and just kind of, you know, trim that part off there. But I think this will be a really cool way to display photos. And I think that if I can probably cut these down. And I might maybe just make the corners like this. This is going to be a lame corner cut, but, you know, make some corners like this and put them in like that. That'd be pretty cool. Right? I think that'll look really neat, really keepsakey, you know. And, you know what? Maybe we'll just do it right now. This actually has a score line in it, though, so I'm not sure I love that, but I think it'll be okay. So I think I need to cut off probably like maybe a 3/8 inch of this. How about that sushi the other day, Ezra? So great. I don't want to say that I can't stop thinking about it, but, you know, there you go. You know, I don't know if it's actually a true waterfall. I think a waterfall actually has maybe, hang on a second. I think it actually has like a pull tab, which that's not something I know how to do yet, but I'm going to learn because you guys asked me. So I'm going to learn it, but I don't want to just, you know, go off the cuff like I do. I want to actually, you know, have good instructions. So I don't know. Maybe I'll learn it for the keepsake journal challenge. And if you're not signed up, go sign up for it. Do you have the link to that, Ezra? Manual waterfalls. Yeah, that's great. Aw. You forgot to get hand rolls. Are those the ones that are kind of like burritos? I don't know where that is. Can you look up on the blog junkjournalboss.com keepsake dash journal or keepsake gift journal challenge. Oh, sushi burritos. Okay, and between each of these words, keepsake gift journal challenge, there would be like a dash. So I don't know if that makes sense, but if you're on my email list, I've been sending out emails. Oh, speaking of, I told you guys to join a Discord group, and it was the wrong one. And so Ezra's been working tirelessly on it. But the one, it's just I gave the link to actually the test one, the test run. So I'm sorry, but you're going to be removed, and I will email you the correct link when it's ready. And yeah, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but I just like got right in the middle of what Ezra was doing, and I don't know, I guess I got excited. So all right, so I'm cutting off, you might notice I'm cutting off the things that his mom wrote. And I'm just cutting all the way around the picture because I want to be able to fit it in here. And let me see. I can probably put it on a page like this. And then what I'll do is I'll actually use her writing, and I'll do something like, maybe I'll just do it right now. That's okay, Ezra. That's my fault. Okay. All right. I'm not sure what that link is right now, but if you're on my email list, you will get notification of that. If you're in my Patreon, you get a discount, so you need to go and look in the feed for whatever, well, look in your feed to see what that discount is. And because I'm pretty sure that patrons are getting a pretty significant discount, depending on which tier you are, whether you're a wildflower, butterfly, or dragonfly. So don't join it, or don't sign up for the challenge until you actually get that. Yeah, I'll change that on the blog to where there's an actual sign up for that on the sidebar. But what it's going to be, guys, is it's going to be, if you've been with me for a while, you saw me building Ezra's journal. And it's a keepsake journal. And so I built it differently than any other that I had. Oh, I was looking for this. Okay. Sweetest face, it says. And this says August 1965. And we'll do it this way. It might get caught in that. Hang on. Let me just cut this a little bit so it doesn't end up getting caught in the fold. And then I'll add this here. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, right? All right, I really like this. I really feel like this is going to be fun for people to look at. Maybe when Ezra's like 70 years old, he'll look at this and remember his dad and that we made it here. Memories, we're making memories. All right, so here's all my scraps. I think I'll set those aside there. Thank you. Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I especially like that I was able to capture Grandma Jody's writing here, and I think that's going to be a really precious thing too. The only thing I don't like is that it's here. I can see it all down here, and I didn't think of that, but oh, whatever. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't think he's gonna be very picky about it. I think he'll be okay with it. Honestly, he'll probably look at this once and then, it'll get put away. That's the honest truth. But that's okay, So this says David and Todd 1986. So what I can do is make a copy of this on my copy machine and then use it. And I think that's what I want to do. So the ones that have something on the back, I am going to go take a quick copy, and I will be right back. Okay, all right. Sorry I didn't have my be right back. But it's hard to do with my little computer, switch things around with my laptop. It's kind of a pain. So I knew I was just going to be away for just a second. So what I'm going to do is just cut these out so that I have whoever's writing this is. I don't know whose writing that is. It's not Grandma Jody's. But, obviously we're going to know who it is, so it doesn't have to have his name on everything, but I just like the writing, I just like to have the original person's writing. And that's why I like to make junk journals out of like Christmas cards or greeting cards. And there's one that I'm thinking of right now that I can totally use. And the cool thing is that if you don't want to make a junk journal out of a greeting card, you don't have to. But what you can do is you can put them inside of here, if they fit. If not, you can glue the back onto one of these and then just make it like a fold out. But then again, that wouldn't work. You probably have to do it on this side. So there's a lot that can be done. So let's see. All right. Anybody seen any good movies lately? Did anyone go to the movies and see Terrifier? I'm guessing you probably didn't, but I also didn't because I hate those movies. They're just gross. And so, but, you know, there might be somebody here that saw it. Maybe. All right, so I'm going to open that up and just kind of dot all of these. I still haven't watched the rest of the Saw series. I don't know. Oh no, that's okay. You're fine. We're casual around here. I don't really think I like the way this looks. With, I think I might cover these up. Not loving it. Too clashy, I think. Maybe I'll make some, yeah, I think I'll cut them out of this. I don't know why I didn't before. Why didn't I? And these aren't going to really be perfect. I'm just kind of, you know, winging it here. But junk journals aren't perfect, and I don't think that they're really meant to be. Yeah, I think this is better. And make sure Michael Myers is here. It is October, you know. Does anybody else collect these? I only have a few. I have Rob Halford from Judas Priest. Freddie Mercury from Queen. And Michael Myers. I don't think I have any more of these. Oh, maybe I have a Daryl Dixon, but no, maybe not. Or maybe I do. I don't know. But anyway, our family likes them. I actually bought one that looks exactly like Todd. It's one that, I mean, you can actually have those made to look, you know, like someone. I'm just going to cut around this like this and just let it be sort of a bubble. I don't want it to hang out the bottom though, so I'm just going to put it up toward the top. So basically I'm like scrapbooking, right? But I'm scrapbooking into hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so that page is done. So we have, you know, document just by using the writing from the back of the photos. You know, we have a document of when these things are. Not this one. I think I missed that one, but that's okay. It's just going to be the cover, and I think it looks nice like that, without, like, you know, the extra. So I think I'm going to put 2 on one of these pages because they look like they're from the same era in 1982. So I think I want to actually cut off some of this though. And I'll use this again, I guess. Ezra, have you guys played any of Fort Nightmares yet? I saw that you guys played Horde Rush. We've been playing that. It's fun. You know, when Fortnite gets boring, or when there's too many sweats in there, you know, that it just you end up just dying at like 96 or whatever. You go into Horde Rush and you can have a good time without dealing with all the rest. All right. Maybe I want this on a thing though. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Some of these cuts are crooked, you know, on the photos, because I guess, you know, his mom cut them down, but that's okay. That's part of the charm, right? We're going to let that be part of the charm. Do you guys want to? You guys should play with me. If you get on during the day, I'll play with you guys. But I mean, if you're not into it, you know, I get it. Let's see. So that looks cool. And that looks cool. Oh, you know what? Did I ever tell you about my Gamer Grandma shirt that I was designing? I did design one, but it says Gamer Grandma, and then with an asterisk, it says explicit. Because it is. I am. So, y'all, if you don't want to hear my explicit language, you probably don't want to play Fortnite with me. I'm trying to get better though. Oh, yeah, that sucks. But even Danny has some lag, you know. And every now and again, you know, we get that. The worst thing is that, you know, for me, that happens is I press like a whole bunch of buttons and they're the wrong ones, and it just like makes my window super tiny and to where I can't find it. And so I just, you know, I just lose the game. I know, Kelly. I know. I know. I'm gathering it's part of your charm too. I think you and I have a lot in common, honestly. Is Nini what your grandkids call you? Is that why your name is Nini Kelly in some places? Because if so, that's really cute. Okay. All right, cool. It is really cute. Kieran just used to call me Grandma. Grandma. That's what he'd say. It was very cute. He doesn't anymore. He's 10. Alright, let's see if I can find something. I'm tired of using that one. Let's use this. Yeah, I don't really like that either. What to do. What it is I just don't like the color of this photo. But you know, old photos, they're just like that. Nicole, I can teach you that if you would. So in my group, and I think in Patreon too, I sometimes post something that says, and even I think on YouTube, something that asks like what you guys want to learn, because I'm willing to teach you guys whatever it is I know that you want to know. But that's where I get ideas from if I don't have any of my own. So I would be happy to teach you how to use it. But yes, I do know of some tutorials that you can. I think it's called Silo. You know what? Hit me up for it in whatever group you're in of mine, and I will find it for you. But this lady has actually a whole school, and it's like $100 and something a year. But she does have a YouTube channel that you can watch. But I found for me that it was really hard to find the basics, because she's been doing it for years, and so a lot of the newer videos are like more complicated concepts that I really just I'm not too that. Who's the cutest thing ever? Your gran? Kelly? Almost called you Nini. Sure you don't want me to be calling you Grandma. And let's see. I might be out of photos now, but I'm sure I have more in our keepsakes. So, yeah. So, like I said, the problem with this is that some of these peek out below, you know, and so if you don't like that, you just want to, oh, okay, I get it, Kelly. She's 12 and the cutest thing ever. Get it. But if you don't like that, just make sure that you know, give yourself that space. The other thing that can be done, though I probably won't do it with Todd's, but if you were to use this idea, is that you probably could, maybe not this one, but a thinner one. Yeah, this one maybe. Oh, two. All right. You could probably do something like this, and then it would cover some of that up. Do you see? But I don't think I'm going to do that here, but I might do this with something else, though. I mean, use something else for that, because I do like the idea of it being hidden, but I just didn't think of it while I was doing this. Well, I'd be happy to teach you whatever I know. You can, yeah, just let me know what you're looking for, or if you just, want basics or whatever. I can do some basic stuff. But I mean, I don't know what you know up to, so I don't want to repeat things for you. Yeah, I don't think there are many teachers out there that teach Silhouette Studio stuff. And usually when I teach stuff, I usually teach it in Silhouette and in Cricut, because I realize that that's a thing, that, some people just don't use Cricut. And I started out with Silhouette, so, yeah. What do you find the most difficult about Silhouette? Is it Silhouette Studio itself that is that's difficult? You need the basics. Okay, not a problem. Maybe I'll do like some little 5-minute things or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I do have some videos. I don't know if I have them on my channel, but some projects, that I've done in there. And I'm thinking a lot about like how can I integrate Cricut and Silhouette more into what I do. And for my Patreon projects, I do Cricut a lot, every time, really. I give the SVGs every time so that you guys can use it over and over, and use your own papers, do different styles, whatever it is that you want to do. So that's a cool thing. For one thing, I find that it's much, much easier to, maybe I'll add this last one in here and just glue the bottom, but that way he can still open it. And there's nothing really on the back except a Hallmark thing. But I find it much easier to import SVGs to Silhouette Studio versus Cricut. All right, so I got that part done. That's pretty cool, right? Some of these other things, I doubt he's ever going to want to unwrap these, but I also feel reluctant to put glue on these, even the back. So I might want to actually make a pocket for these, and just tuck them in there. Actually, let me make better cuts for this. Make sure I got them straight. This is about 2.5 by 5. And let me cut a piece that's like 3 by 5.5. Yeah, most people do use Cricut. And that's the reason why, because I started out with a silhouette and ended up being invited to do a lot of summits and things that were focused on Cricut. And I told them, you know, I don't have a Cricut, and I don't, you know, I'm not going to buy one for, you know, for one summit. And they're like, oh no, that's fine. Just teach, you know, how to do it in Silhouette, you know? And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what I did for the first few. And then ended up investing in, I don't know, I just got it from eBay, you know, just an old Cricut Explorer. It works awesome. And so yeah. That's cute, right? Perfect. So now I'm going to go raid my keepsakes drawer and like be like, what else can I do? I think I might have time for one more thing. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these big ones, but I think these small ones I can make a cute tag. You can see these on here. Yeah. All right. So do you guys ever save your plastic from stickers or stuff like that? If you do, or if you don't, you should, because that's what I'm going to use to create a like a shaker. So hang on one sec, and I'll grab some plastic. Guys, I cannot find my plastic. Oh, here it is. Here's some. Okay. All right, so this is just from some stickers that I got, and I cut off the side, tried to keep it as intact as I could, and I think this is going to work well. One of the differences between, and I don't know if you were here for that, but I did sort of a Q&A a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure which week it was, but I did like a Q&A style bit because I had some questions that people were asking. And it was here on Twitch. It's probably on my channel by now, the YouTube channel. So, and I did talk a little bit about Cricut and Silhouette and the differences, and what I thought about them, I guess, something like that. So if you would like to watch that, Nicole, you can. And this is what, 4? So I'll make it 4.5. Okay. Now, I think I want to I know what to do. Let me see if I can use this, if this would work to use. Well, that's awfully big, isn't it? Maybe I could do this. Ooh, this might work. Okay. Another use for the book cover ultimate binding tool. All right, so where's my scissors then? Yeah, on YouTube. It would be in the Twitch stream playlist, and I'm starting to I'm having Carly start to do thumbnails for those, and rather than just saying it's a Twitch stream from whatever date, I'm having Carly add the whatever it is that I was doing that week. So I think it's a couple back. And yeah. So I think it's a couple back. All right. Oh, I know. This tool is amazing. I love it so much. I've been using it for quite a while now. And I mean, you absolutely could do this without it, But I just feel like it's such a good tool, And so it's been so helpful for me. All right. So let's see. I think I'm going to cut this off. Okay, I'm winging this, guys, so I'm not going to give any instructions just yet. Oh, sure, Nicole, no problem. And like I said, if you're following me on YouTube, sometimes I'll post to the community like, hey, what do you guys want to learn? Because I don't really know what you guys know, and I don't know about you, but I always think everybody knows everything that I know. Does that make sense? And that's just not true. All right. Ezra, are you and Corey up for, or just you? I mean, Corey's obviously invited, but to play Fortnite after this. If so, let me know. About 3 o'clock is when I get on the. But well, on Tuesdays it's usually about 2:30. Okay, so this is sort of like a little shaker. Oh, okay. I am, but I think Danny and I are playing. Not that you couldn't join, just hop on and like join our party if you like. And yeah, then you could talk to Danny too. All right, cool. Yeah, I will be around. Danny and I play like 5:45 to 7. So just to give you kind of a basic idea of what time we're on. Otherwise, do you ever play with Allie? I bet Allie would like to play with you. We play a lot together, but it would be nice to incorporate you guys into what we're doing, Okay, so here's what this looks like so far. And it looks pretty cool. And I'm going to glue this onto here, right? And then I'll cut the edges. And this is just out of scraps, This is out of that plastic that your stickers come in or whatever. Oh, how cool. That's so cool, Kelly. Oh. It does help if you use double-sided tape instead of glue. It doesn't get as messy that way. Okay. And so the last thing I need to do is to actually, I'm going to cut a little of this off down here, is to put a hole here. Well, not the very last thing, but is to put a hole here. So I don't really want to give this a it's kind of got a Jack Skellington vibe here. So I'm going to put a blue thing because I feel like if I put a white one, it'll be weird. So I'm going to do an eyelet, a blue one. What sessions? Do you mean Fortnite? I try to get on about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like when I take my break. But if I'm too tired, I'm doing a nap, But this is a little too country to use, I think. Oh, these crafting sessions, how funny. Every week, Tuesday at noon PST. I'm all like, all right, Kelly's going to play Fortnite with me. Let's see. I think this is low key enough. What else do we have in common? Are you at Pacific time? Or are you really going to play Fortnite with me? Oh, I don't know about that. I'm still, I still find the bots challenging, so there's that. No naps. Are you quoting Honey, I Blew Up the Kid? Because I'm just saying. Because no naps sounds really familiar. All right. I think I'm going to cut that one off. I don't like these folds. And so here we go. And all I'm using, all this is like old, it's like something that you would sew in to reinforce hems, I think. So, yeah. It's just, I have so much old sewing stuff and old, you know, that incorporating all of this stuff in is like, it's like heaven for me because I'm kind of a hoarder and I don't like to get rid of things. And so there's that. Cute. It would have been cuter if it were longer, but that's okay. I don't need to do that. So I would like to actually display this. So I think what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to be done for the day. Let me see. Ah, I have an idea. All right. I guess I probably didn't need to put the glue on that soon, but whatever. Oh, guess what, Ezra? I am taking Julia to roast the dead on Thursday. I know. She's like super excited. And also am I. All right, hang on. I think what I'm going to do here is just glue. So what I want to do is actually just tuck this into here, maybe. It looks a little big for this, so I don't know. No, I don't really like the way that looks. And this is not long enough for a belly band, but oh, I could make it long enough though. Let me just cut this much off. I know. It was really good, and I loved that that was a family business, you know? And I also loved that they had peanut butter cup sugar-free. That was like a really pleasant surprise. All right. So I'm going to use double-sided tape for this because I really want it to stick, and I don't want to mess with the glue. So let me see if I can grab some. Seems like I only have like that foam double-sided tape, so I'm just going to use some of these little guys. Yeah, I'm really excited to go back. And so you guys, Roast the Dead is actually a coffee shop out this way in Southern California that Ezra and Corey took me to when they came down to visit. And it was so fun. It's like the tiniest thing, the tiniest little place. You can't even really sit inside because it's just so small. But is really, really cool, really fun. So when you go inside, the reason why it's so small, why nobody can like sit in there, is because they have all these mannequins. I showed you guys the picture. Remember last week? Okay, that's like a perfect belly band for that. Ideally, there should be something different here, but that's okay. I'm not gonna get all weird about it. So, guys, yeah, it's a really cute place. I mean, if you don't like that kind of stuff, it's not cute at all, but but for me, I do. I like horror movies, and that's my jam. And so it was really super fun for me. So I got my, what did Nicole call it? Modified waterfall, manual waterfall. So I got that done. I got a pocket for the stamps, and I got a shaker with all of the coins. I might make a sign that says, you know, or a sticker that says coins or something, you know. I don't know. I feel like it should be like, you know, more witty than that, than coins. Oh, you guys have a whole bunch of coffee shops out there? Well, so do we, but it's all the same coffee shop, unfortunately. So anyway, and so yeah, I've almost filled it all up. I think next time I'll try to figure out like something interactive that I can use for the coins, these bigger coins. Maybe something like to tuck them into, you know, would be cool. And then I'll be actually done with all of those keepsakes, except for the flowers. So the flowers, I'm not sure what I'll do with them. I might want to laminate them. It seems like those flowers are probably flowers that Todd picked for his mother. So I might laminate those and put them somewhere in here, like tuck them into one of these pockets or something. Yeah, it's probably because they're predictable, you know. Starbucks is predictable. So, guys, I just want to thank you for being here. Let me see if I can find really quick the link to the Keepsake Journal challenge, because I would love, love, love to see you guys in there. Yeah, let's see. I think it's just going to be like a Thrive cart. The cost is $27, and it's going to be from the 4th to the 15th, 4 days a week, probably an hour a day. So that's quite a bit. That's a really good value to get, you know, 8 hours of time, you know, of teaching. And we're going to put together a sturdy keepsake journal, which I'm working on right now, and I can try to show it to you next week. but something that you can use for, forever. So, yeah, let's see. Hang on. I'm sorry, I'm taking so long to do this. All right. So I am going to give this to, I'm going to send this over to Ezra, and then Ezra can pop it into the chat. Oops, that's not it. What happened? Oh, copy the URL, duh. Okay. And Ezra, if you can hang on to this and post it a few times during the streams, that would be really good. And I will also likely also do a stream here that during that challenge. So if there's any like little extraneous thing that we need to know for the challenge or whatever, that it's not included or something, maybe we could do it here. I don't know. All right. So yeah. So go sign up for that journal challenge. I wish I could show you Ezra's, but I already gave it to him. But this one, the difference between this and this one would be that this has that the one that we're going to do will have like a round spine. And yeah, I'm going to teach you guys how to use cardboard and how to make it nice and sturdy. And yeah, and then I'm going to teach you how to, cover the inside, make I think we're doing a hinge spine just like we did today. And yeah. And then we'll also do all kinds of stuff like this, on the inside. It's going to be a really high-end journal. And it's just $27 to spend that 2 weeks learning that. There is a supplies list, which will get emailed to you. And also, if you are part of Patreon, any of the Patreon tiers, you get a discount. And I can't really recall what that is, but all you need to do is log on to Patreon and maybe do a search for the Keepsake Gift Journal Challenge, and you'll be able to find that there. All right, I'm over. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys next week, if not sooner. Bye.